Alright, today I'm going to show you how to use a wand to curl your hair. So I've already prepped my hair with some thermal protectant spray. Hey kitty cat. She's just being a cutie. So what I have is a tapered wand, so you can see it's thicker around here and then it kind of tapers down into a smaller point here. So you're going to want to keep the bigger point towards the top of your hair and the smaller point towards the bottom of your hair if you have a tapered wand. So there are a couple ways you can get started. If you are new to curling your hair, I would recommend sectioning off the top away and starting from the bottom and then working towards the top just to get practice. For me, I usually have some natural wave in my hair, so I prefer to just curl the top section and then I'll just curl here as needed if there's a couple straight pieces. So it just depends on how much time you have and how experienced you are with practice with it. So if you need to section it away just to make sure you're not taking too large of pieces, definitely do that. But if you're like me and you already have some wave and you just want to work through the top, that's totally fine too. So if I'm going here, this is my left, so I hold it with my right hand and I hold it down to make sure that the barrel, the smaller diameter, is facing towards the ends. So I take this first piece and I like to take vertical sections. So I don't take horizontal ones, I take vertical ones. And then just make sure whatever piece you take isn't thicker than like the middle of this wand. The thicker it is, the looser it's going to be, and then sometimes it doesn't hold as well. The thinner it is, it's going to be much, much tighter. I like to go kind of somewhere in between. So you're going to take it and you're going to wrap it around. And I like to wrap away from the face rather than towards the face. So hold that on for a couple seconds, let that drop. And then the key with when you are curling, waving your hair, is to let it cool. Do not touch it while it is hot. Because if you touch it while it's hot, you brush through it right now, it's just going to loosen the curl too much. Whereas if you let it completely cool down, it's going to lock that curl in there, and then you can go through and kind of style and put it where you want to and kind of brush through. But if you brush through it too soon, it is just going to fall out. So then I take the next section and I wrap around. And I really try not to overlay on top of each other. I really try to use the whole wand just to make sure that all the pieces are going to get even heat distribution. And that's one of the reasons I really like the wand, is because you're able to keep the pieces, every single piece is able to get even heat. It makes it hold a lot better, and it's can be a little bit easier to navigate than a curling iron for some people. So that's why a wand can be really awesome, and it just gives you these like really awesome waves. So we'll take this section here. Again, kind of wrap it around. As you can see, I'm really trying not to overlap. There we go. And then I just hold it for a few seconds. Sometimes I'll just take my finger and just lightly press where my hair is to see if it's warmed through. And then something that I see people do sometimes is they like twist it before they put it on. That it's just a waste of time, and it's going to make it much harder for the heat to penetrate through, and it's going to make the curl way, way, way too loose. So just put it on flat. That's your best bet. And so some people like to hold the wand all the way down. I do kind of prefer to hold it a little bit more horizontal just so that the hair doesn't slip down. It makes it easier than angling my arm up too high, because it's not great for your shoulder either if you're going to angle it up super high. So I like to hold it more horizontal so that my shoulder is straight as well. Perfect. And just let it sit on for a few seconds. It doesn't need to sit on for a super long time. I think that's a myth as well, that you need to hold it on for like 20 seconds. It's way too long. Way, way too long. So now that I've gotten to this back piece, I actually hold the wand behind my head because it's just a little bit easier to hold it horizontally. So do whatever angles you gotta do, just make sure that you're also taking care of your shoulders and not causing too much pain with those. So then I have clients ask me how to prevent burning your hand, which I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna happen. It still happens to me sometimes. But one of the biggest things is just making sure when you're wrapping around, you are leaving some of the ends out. Don't wrap that too closely, and that's gonna help. With these modern beach waves and stuff, your ends are supposed to be a little bit straight. They're not supposed to be super kinked or curled, so it kind of adds to the beach wave look when you actually do have a little bit more of a straight end, you know, the last inch or two where it's not curled. So it's totally okay for that to happen, and that's gonna help prevent you from burning your hand. So once I make it to the center and the back, that's when I switch how I hold my wand, because we're trying to curl away from the face. So on this side, you want to curl away from the face as well. If you like a really chaotic or messy style, then I would recommend curling the first couple pieces away from the face and then the next one forward and the next one back, and alternating like that could give it a lot of fun texture, but it's a little bit more of an edgy style and some people don't like that much texture. But if you are all into that, alternating is a great way to do it. And so then when I switch this side, I do have to kind of switch the angle that I hold my wand as well. So once I get over here, then I do hold it a little bit more like so, a little bit downward there, but just making sure that I'm still taking vertical sections. Like so. All right, and then once those curls have cooled down, what you're gonna do is you're gonna brush your fingers through it. Some people like to use a texture spray or hairspray first if you really want a little bit more hold to this style. Since I'm just at home, I'm just going to use the hold that the thermal protector that I sprayed in gave me, and then that's just gonna give me enough hold for the curls, and it's just gonna be really relaxed for my time at home. So kind of brush it through. And then that's the kind of curl that a wand can give you. I'm going to be posting it in another video, but I want to show you how to curl with a traditional just curling iron for this side of the hair, so stay tuned for that. But the reason for that, then I can show you kind of the difference between using a wand and then using a curling iron. And then you can decide which one's going to be a little bit easier for you. If you found this tutorial helpful, please share. If you are interested in getting this model of wand, I do have it available currently on my website. This one I've had for years and it has not steered me wrong. So I have very much enjoyed this one. So you can definitely get that there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.